This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The round of 64 continuing today in the men's NCAA basketball tournament. Lou Rawls, Tum Tum Neern, and the 7th-seeded Michigan State Spartans took to the court first in the East Regional against 10th-seed Georgia, and the Spartans escaped with a 70-63 victory. Tum Tum finished up 1 for 3 from the field and 1 of 3 at the line with 3 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal. The Spartans now move on to face Virginia in the round of 32 on Sunday. At this hour, Buddy Hield and the 3rd-seeded Oklahoma Sooners, they're getting ready to take to the floor against 14th-seeded Albany in another East Regional matchup on True TV. The winner there will face the winner of tonight's final game on True TV, which is a matchup between 6th-seed Providence and 11th-seeded Dayton. As for the final behemoth in the tournament, Tristan Curtis, his 16th-seeded Coastal Carolina Chanticleers will take on top-seed Wisconsin in the West Regional at 9:20 on TBS. The winner there faces the winner between 8th-seeded Oregon and 9th-seeded Oklahoma State on Sunday. Now we can tell you Oregon currently up 43-39 at the half in that ball game. As for the women's NCAA tournament, that is also underway. Jonquel Jones and the 6th-seeded George Washington Colonials, they are currently on court against the 11th-seeded Gonzaga Bulldogs in the Spokane Regional. The winner there moves on to face Oregon State. Now, with the first 2 days of the men's tournament actually coming to a close, I think it's safe to say that a lot of brackets have already been busted, including the ones here in the ZNS Total Sports department. And surprise, surprise, beginner's luck is on the side of our special participant Betty Thompson-Moss, as she currently sits in 2nd place.
Sports team.
Sports guys.
Sports girls.
Sports guys.
There is no competition.
I wasn't expecting anything less. Ready, I am on your side. I believe in you. I know that you can do it. Okay? Despite what these other guys have to say, you will come out on the top throughout the whole competition.
I am pleasantly surprised to hear that, but you never know these days. The underdog surprises you sometimes, and Betty is showing that she maybe knows a little bit more about sports than the sports people, but there's still a lot more time to go. We'll see, we'll find out.
I am simply elated to be beating icons in sports like Charles Fisher, Christopher Sanders, and I am closely trailing Julian Gibson. So look at Julian. I'm enjoying the moment. Oh, I forgot Johnny. Johnny, where are you? What place is Johnny? Last. Whoa.
Now, Betty, I can't tell you I'm in last place. My bracket hasn't been posted. I actually haven't checked my bracket at all since it's been posted because, you know, all those upsets taking place, so you actually know more than me. And exactly, there's a couple weeks left to go, so we'll see how it all turns out at the end of March Madness. Well, back here at home, the Providence Women's Basketball Association tipping off its best of 3 first-round playoffs last night at the Donald Davis Gym. The Bomber G Operators and the Super Value Cybot Queens taking to the court first in a 2 versus 3 matchup, and this was a competitive ball game with the Operators holding off the Queens 66-60 to take a 1-0 series lead. Sherelle Cash torched the nets and finished up with 15 points for the Operators. Prashanda Rami added 14, while Diassi Delancey finished up with 11. Tracy Lewis had 19 points and 13 rebounds to lead the Queens. Vernisha Moss also posting a double-double with 16 points and 17 boards. As for last night's feature game, that saw the pennant-winning Career Builders Cheetahs up against the 4th-seeded Johnson Truckers. The Cheetahs jumped out to an early 21-14 lead after the first quarter, but the Truckers never gave in and they fought back to take a 38-36 lead heading into the break. In the third quarter, the Truckers pick right back up where they left off, outscoring the Cheetahs 23-15, and from there they would never look back. Truckers pull off the upset 86-81, and they go up 1-0 in the series. Suzette McKenzie leading the way in the win with a game-high 24 points. Chantel Roll right behind with 23. Glenda Gilcutt added 16, while Latoya Roll finished up with 13. The Cheetahs got 18 points from Varel Davis. Linda Pierre followed with 17. Anastasia Moultrie had 12 points and 17 rebounds, while Christine Sinclair, she added 10 points. Game 2 in both series will be played tomorrow night. The Truckers and Cheetahs start things off at 7:30. The Truckers will try and move on into the championship, while the Cheetahs, they will try and force the winner-take-all Game 3 on Tuesday. The situation much the same in the feature game. The Operators will go after the sweep, while the Queens try and extend the series. Ties between the Bahamas and Guatemala got a lot stronger today, and it's all in the name of sports. We get that story from Charles Fisher.
The historic signing between the two countries signaled the first time in 63 years a mutual agreement of understanding with any Olympic committee in the Central American region, and puts our athletes and their support teams, including administrators, at the forefront, according to BOC General Secretary Romel Fish-Knowles.
Brief highlights of our agreement are as follows. Activities related to cooperation in the following fields: science and technology, physical preparation, applied sciences, physical tests, sports psychology, physiology, sports medicine, general body strengthening, injury prevention, pre- and post-operation physiotherapy, sports exchanges, participation of teams, athletes, coaches from each country for competition, training programs and/or competition, technical exchanges, workshop, courses, postgraduate programs, seminars, management counseling, imparted by specialists and professionals, the objective of which is to encourage mutual training and exchange of experiences. Donation of sports implements and equipment. Promotion of sports for people with disabilities. Technical exchange for undertaking training of specialists.
President of the Guatemalan Olympic Committee, Gerardo Aguayo.
With this agreement, we are going to develop Olympic values, looking the excellence for all our athletes, for both countries, being in the condition of respect, and to develop and to increase the friendship of our countries. Thank you very, very much for the opportunity, and it will be a real pleasure and an honor to increase our relations and to develop the opportunity for our athletes for both countries.
Director of the International Affairs, Neville Stiles, worked tirelessly to ensure today's signing.
It is very, very important what is happening today, because it doesn't matter the size of the population, the size of the country. What we're all working for is the betterment of our people and the improvement of our sportsmen. And apart from that, something much bigger, which is the peace and tranquility of all our nations, which is, I think, above all what everybody wants. And so through sport, that is one of the major ways in which we can actually try to work for that.
At the end of the signing, each committee exchanged gifts as a measure of friendship. For ZNS Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks a lot, Charles. Now, softball will take center stage next week here in the capital. The English Caribbean Softball Confederation's inaugural men's championship will take place March 26th through the 29th at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex, and that event will be preceded by another significant moment in Bahamian sports history.
We will hold an induction ceremony at Government House on Wednesday at 6 p.m., where Romel Fish-Knowles and Aurea Wood-Knowles will be inducted into the International Softball Hall of Fame. You know, those two persons have made tremendous contribution to the development of softball over the years in our country, representing the country worldwide. And also at the same time, the Bahamas Softball Federation will induct 30 into this local softball Hall of Fame. So it will be a gala evening at Government House.
I recall my journey as president of the Bahamas Softball Federation some 15 years ago. And to me, it's just like it was yesterday. And I recall nominating, I think it's some 10 persons to the Hall of Fame. I never dreamt that Romel Knowles would be a Hall of Fame guy. It wasn't in my plans, but it obviously was in the master's making, and I'm proud for my children and my wife and family.
Members of the prestigious swim MAC team were in town last week. While here, they got in some training, put on a clinic, and took part in the Bahamas Swimming Federation's inaugural awards banquet, which paid tribute to one of their own in Bahamian Olympian Ariana Vanderpool-Wallace. The team also got the chance to kick back and relax, and they took full advantage as busy times lie ahead.
All the members that are on the club now are training for the 2016 Olympics. They either want to make the U.S. team or their country's team, and Ariana, of course, will be representing the Bahamas. She is a very determined young lady, and I think she's getting better every step of the way. She's made steady progress through a lot of hard work, and I think the 2016 is going to be a really good shot for her at the Olympics.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Night comes back after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.